Hey guys, just doing an update on my lawn. As you can see, just about that time, it's fall. Halloween decorations are coming out. The leaves are falling. The grass is not growing much. Don't have to cut the lawn so much anymore. But that is good, but one bad thing is my grass is pretty much stopped growing. So I think this season's pretty much a wash. I'm gonna keep videoing until the first frost to see how it goes, but progress has gone slim. The only good thing that's still going is all the weeds are still dying. The Spectracide was really the best thing I bought. I mean, it's really cheap. It really worked great. And you can see it all still dying. All the weeds are still dying. There's still brown everywhere. So there's brown. It's still going. Still a lot of weeds. But they're dying off slowly. I mean, it's been brown for a while. Now it's turning like a deep brown. See this big dark brown spots now? Now you see them a little better. Oh yeah, see? It looks like, almost like, you know, when a dog pees in your grass and it turns a different color. That's what it looks like right now. But all these dark browns. It's hard to see in the light, but anyway, can you see this? See, it's like a hay color and then has those really dark orangey brown colors as the weeds are dying. What happens is it turns to yellow, then turns really dark, and then sometimes it turns black. You'll just see like a black spots from the dead weeds from the herbicide. And a little bit of cold, I'm sorry, that's pretty rude of me. Old snotty snot. But the grass, it's there. It doesn't look super healthy. I mean, it's gone through a lot the last month and a half. We started around August 22nd, I believe, so it's October 3rd, 2 days before my son's 9th birthday. Got him some cool stuff. He loves cars, he loves Godzilla. You know, typical 9-year-old. Oh, he's 8, he's gonna be 9. Can't believe how fast they grow. Faster than these weeds. Felt like yesterday when my son was first born. The nurse came around the corner, this little Asian nurse at the Northside Hospital, and she says, "Congratulations, it's a girl." I'm like, what? Because, you know, we were told it was a boy the whole time. She's like, "Yeah, it's a girl." I'm like, "No, we're supposed to be having a boy." She says, "No, it's a girl." And then she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I've been delivering so many babies. I got this one confused. It is a boy." I'm like, woo! Because we had bought everything. We wouldn't get our girl until another 4 years later, Madeline. She's quite the spirited child, to say the least. But this is really their lawn, you know. They get to tear it up, do whatever they want, and I get to experiment with it. Make a couple of videos, be a little scientific, be a little nerdy like I like to be, analytical. I like the challenge of this. I like to see the biology, the reaction to the fertilizer, the chemicals, you know. See how this grass in nature really reacts, and how much of this chemicals and fertilizers and all this watering do you really need? I'm going the cheapest route. Little to no irrigation. Only when I put down products or if I'm going to be seeding will I really do outside irrigation. Here's this little hill area that we were looking at earlier this year. This update on here. See, this is all turning that yucky brown too. Part of it. But then, some of it didn't. Part of it might be the end of the season. I'm not sure. It's getting cooler, but it still has warm days. We're still in the 80s, 70s, and 80s. Probably hot summer to most of you guys. But it's been getting really warm down here in Georgia. Hotter than ever. It's always hot, but look at this. This is just about to fall down. It's that weed we were looking at earlier. Still a little. You see that? Acorn just missed my head by like an inch. That would have hurt. Wow. Oh, here it is. This one lived. This over here. This was the weed with the other weed that was next to it that died off. But they didn't seem like no harm, no foul from Spectricide. So I'm thinking it's a weed that doesn't attack. Maybe I just totally missed it, but here's my chives. We're talking about these onions over here, or chives, or whatever they are. Wild, it looks like wild chives. You smell the wild chives. Before it was all full of weeds all around it. Now you can see it's all just, you can really see the chives. Before I used to show them and you really couldn't see them because there's so many weeds, but now kind of all died off around them, and there's a stack of chives growing here. Well, that's what I'm going to call them, these wild violets still here. Other weeds along the, I haven't trimmed for a while. The area was 90% weeds. Still a good 60-70% weeds. And it's dying off too. I didn't even know I had grass here, or not. And I do somewhere. Bermuda should hopefully next season rebound and take over whatever dies off. I'm going to use a pre-emergent for the first time ever on this lawn, or at least since I've been here for quite a while. So here is where the kiddie pools were. Dead spots and a lot of trees. Starting to fill in. I mean, it doesn't look great right here. Half of it's weed, but this is like zoysia, I think. It's that thick grass. And it spreads, so it can't be fescue, because fescue doesn't spread. It's not my Bermuda, so I'm thinking it's zoysia. You can see it all here. It does pretty well in the shade. I don't know how it got here. But it's underneath this tree. Someone must have planted some at one point. See. It all died off with the kiddie pool there. But it seems to be coming back. Hairs of grass growing everywhere. Oh, got a delivery. More gifts for the boy. Alright guys, well that's my update.